Hello and welcome. Right, I know what was wrong, and it's nothing to do with the map. It's everything to do with this water mod, even though it says, oh, I am a mod that actually works only with greenhouses and animals. Actually, it doesn't work with animals at present. I'm sure it will do in time. The other bad thing is that when you do delete it, I've written down my money because we're going to become multi-millionaires overnight. And it does warn you of this, yeah. So 114,188,218. Right, so then let's get rid of that. I apologize for the noise in advance because it does make a horrible noise every time. And I don't know what's doing this because I've been through the NVIDIA settings and I've got two graphics cards on this. So we want 114,000,000, and we added you Wally. At times I've done that. Honestly, you'd think it's because you've got to put the minus, I realise. So minus 228,000,000. Right, so now I've only got 188,000. We're going to do it easily. Yeah. Minus. Oh, I forgot. 118,000,000. Oh, I think I'm wrong. But it's 188. Right. I totally forgot that. I just one of the mind blips. Right, minus. And I've done it again. That's we're chatting about it. 118. Then there's. Oh, it's Friday morning. I'm bound to forget. Oh, it was 188. Right, minus 70,218. Can you redeem yourself, Mr. Smith? I doubt it. I doubt it on a Friday morning. Minus 70,218. But then again, I might be wrong. Right, so now then, we need to add. Oh, we did actually get a bit 3,000, so we need to add 3,000 on top of this for the actual selling of the thing with its true value. So we had 375, so we'll say 378,540, including the legitimate sale of the actual thing itself. And we won't be putting that back down until it's fixed. If the modder realizes it actually doesn't work, that is, of course, because it does sort of work. It does put the water in, but whatever it does on top of that, it stops your animals ever being productive ever again. Which is a cost that most of us can't afford. Right, so then, we're going to be exactly the same. This time, because I have done this already, I've got that new mod in where you can like move your animals like with normal means, and I know you can do it because obviously I come from farming background, and I've seen my uncle where they put boards and guide the pigs. Well, even when they're coming from market, actually, they do the same thing. They'll guide them into exactly the stall that they want with like boards. And you can, with well-behaved animals, actually sort of like just go behind them with boards and sort of move them along. And they will, especially at the beginning when they don't know you very well, they'll want to get out of your way. So they will be good. Right, so animals. Cows. I mean, that doesn't mean to say there are never any contrary animals, because trust me, there are. Definitely contrary animals. Oh, I am on cows. I was going to say, I thought I saw chickens then for a minute. No, that would definitely. That's right. So now we've got to try and do that, manoeuvring the posts into the right place that we did before. We should really be able to literally just do that. Can't see that. I'm sure we did better than that with the last time with the posts. It's more like that. But then where you see, yeah, our posts are all in. That is perfect, but we're not in the right spot. But it'll do. Right, let's zip down and see if we need to do any smoothing. It was really as flat as a pancake, so we shouldn't have that. I've never seen such a... Well, there's a bit of... Yeah, there is actually. You can see it's not quite perfect there. And there's some at the back. And we do want this. Yeah, it's not quite the same orientation, but it is definitely all right. Now then, smashing. So now these are it's shut. Obviously, to get them in though, they would be opened, and like literally. Right, so we do need a manure thing as well. We just removed, and we do know where that goes exactly, where it can go precisely. We'll put a bit of grass down there. This is going to cost us more than it did before. It's just about typical, isn't it, really? Oh, is it not just typical that you do that? Right, we want the H2 Studios. Now then, have I moved that around? That's probably why. I've gone the other orientation. So let's stick that closer to this, really, now. Yeah, and we will go for the H2 Studios. Look, the Omatana one is good. I've tried it, but then you realise that this is better. So I usually come back to this because it is so much better. I just like to go too close to the edge. Yeah, there's something about being close to the water that's it's not liking. Do we need? We do need a water tap as well. That we're going to be clever. We're actually going to stick that like right where the water thing is, and I always get confused about the water, which side it is, always, because obviously now it's empty. I think this is the water side here, but we shall see. Right, now then, we do for once. Well, no, I don't. I know where it is roughly. It's this end, I think. Oh, it's still a bit lumpy here. It's near the post, I think, if I remember rightly. Obviously, you don't remember because it's not actually working. Okay, I submit. I do. I can see that I can't. And I am wasting everybody's time, so that's... I am not... Oh, it was very close, though. How did I not? I must have gone through it as yellow. Right, no, what we want to do is... I think you have to press on it like... Animal dealer... Now, there is a... I've got the mod on, I know I have. Okay, there must be a key for it then or something, because I've... Move animals, B. There you go, you see. I have accidentally done it before. From the carbon, yes, and we would like to move. Yeah, with the ones... No, we'll move the good ones and we'll leave the poorly ones. Yeah, we want to move 55. So there's no quick way to do it. Oh, hang on a minute, is there? No, it's not like Courseplay. You can't you can't click, and the Giants haven't done anything like that. No, you've got to do it just like, yeah, one at a time. Which, yes, for a company that's expert with numbers, is still a little bit right. Yes, thank you. Excellent. Right, now then, let's switch those off, because I think we can now do it by hook or by crook, and we'll also switch that off too. Right, now we want to feed him, because we had lots of food in it. We ought to actually allow me not to pay for this again, because we had a shed load of stuff in here. Now please tell me this time you're still connected to open cow pasture. Yay, smashing. Right, so we want to be grabbing... Yeah, I know we ought to be setting the straw going as well. Yeah, now remind me... Actually, the arrows will do nicely. I don't think it had a bit of any out in last time. Yeah, baler. We did have a baler over this side as well. Or did we swap it? Didn't we? No, we did. I am remembering correctly. Just like a lot has happened since that particular time, and we really need to grab the forage. Now that is a point though, that is going to be a nightmare, and I think I said that. Yeah, it is. I do definitely concur. Let's have a look at our equipment and remind myself, am I right? No, I am. Yeah, it was just, we're going to forage wagons. We have, because it doesn't accept bales if you go, oh, we have got the belt system, that's what we're going to use. So we could, that way we could go for a large trailer. What is that? 70 tonner is the largest. Yes, it is. Where are you? No, this is not capable of doing that though. Yeah, I definitely concur on that. This is what we really ought to need. Yeah, now the physics have been changed by Giants, but it's not all for the better. I had a 550 horsepower tractor and it was pulling a 150 or 180 horsepower implement up a slight incline and it struggled. That's not quite right. If it was me pulling a 70 tonner up a slight incline, I might believe that that was the case, but not what I was doing. I mean, I know this is a beast, a 672, so this should be able to quite easily move this, even though it's got 70 tons in it. Well, not 70, but yeah, capable of having. It's a lot though, I do remember that. Right, so then, remind myself, when are we supposed to be selling things? What have we got imminent that we need to sell in July? Soybeans, which we missed last time. We have 13 tons and a frame. A frame? We're making frames now? I have no idea. Are we? Have we got a production that's making frames? Because this is news to me. No, it must just be something of value in the farm that is a frame, right? I'm happy with that. I was going to say, I didn't think we were frame makers in this particular Let's Play. Was not aware of that one. Right, so then, let's stick this in the silo. Is it pulling this easily like it used to? No, it's not, actually. It's not struggling, but it is a real pull. Yeah, it's like, it's not having an easy day at the office, should we just say it like that. But it's not struggling either. Right, let's just... It's a bit tight, that is, for this. Well, it is a wide tractor. There is absolutely no denying this fact, and we've got to get those out. Yeah, I think we'll do that this session. The only bad thing about borrowing the telehandler and any tractor from the things, you can't see it. Yeah, it doesn't show in your tally, so it's actually quite a pain. Right, so we want to shift this. But actually, let's go do the animals. Yeah. Water. Oh, we moved that back up, didn't we? We don't need a big one. Well, of course, we didn't have this problem. We didn't. Right, we'll ask the shop to deliver one. We will. We'll have one specially for down here. A little Omatana, because there's not a lot of water here. Yeah, because I did it properly last time. I thought, come on, you've got that mod. Just move the animals in that way. And there shouldn't have any animals going into the water, really. Because we did. Oh, we need to move the posts. You can see them hovering above the ground, like being reminders of unreality that they are. Now, it is true though about the buying. We did actually obviously have a shed load of this in, but it destroys it every time you. And of course, yeah, I'm very confident that this is the case. Very confident, having done this before on other Let's Plays now, and it definitely works. So I think it's about 150 tons of TMR. ish. Now then, so let's ask the shop if they will kindly deliver an Omatana. So we had 340,000. Whatever we go down to, we'll put it back up to 340,000. Yeah, afterwards. So no, that's not the right venue, Mr. Smith. I believe you were looking for this. Now let me just check. We have only got 2, haven't we? Yeah, we have. So we do need a third for down here. Animals. And we will get normal. I'm going to change the colour on this one though. We are going to go chrome silver. Like that. Right, and then we're going to instantly reset that. We will, of course, be paying for that. Yes, that is definitely true. Right, now then, I think it's this right-hand side. Yeah, we will post somebody down here as well on guard duty. Might even buy. Yeah, because we're not, the topping up of this is not going to need 72 every. Oh, okay. Am I wrong? Is it the other end? Because they do normally like it where you go like out. I could have sworn it was this end. Oh, okay. It isn't. We were totally wrong. Well, it will not be the first time, nor will it be the last. That I can guarantee. Right, open cow pasture. So it is. I think you can do 2 of them. No, this is true. It's in this area of life I have made many mistakes, and I'm quite sure I will make many more. Right, we will stick those posts because they're annoying me now. Yeah, let's just quickly do that now. It's one of these notices, isn't it? I think it's the B key. Here, no, this one here. Yeah, I can hear them. That's them going down. It's the B key again. Smashing. Better, I think. Oh, yeah, I apologise for appearing to run the cows down, but unfortunately, they're right in the dark. And not, of course, you would. No, I don't mean that for 1 minute, but we actually know that we can't. So, right. Please tell me there was enough room for 2 exactly, or I'm going to be in trouble, and I'm going to have to force dump. Oh, fantastic. Oh, yeah, just perfect, really. Right, so then, let's grab the Omatana. The very nice looking Omatana in chrome silver. Let's get these watered. Oh, we do need some straw as well. I don't know why I've gone out of turn. And what I'll do is I'll do what I frequently do, where you stick the tap sort of like very close to the where that is, sort of thing, although not, because otherwise it'll only come back and it'll be, well, I suppose it doesn't matter that the tap sort of goes behind, because it's got a very good fill area, shall we say. Yeah, I know we're going to need to stick it in V mode. We know this. We actually, I normally do it where that is there. And I'm not sure if it's flying. No, it seems to be low. Right. And you have to move. You notice that there's no yellow. Now there is. It doesn't matter how you move. It can be a minuscule amount, but you've got to move. Yeah, you don't appear on the trigger until you've moved, which is quite amazing. I think this is about 25 tons. No, it's a bit more than that, I think. 20. Oh, it isn't. We'll just fill it then, and then we will. It's happy. So straw. Now this is not. I think it's I think it will accept a full amount of straw, but I can't really tell. If so, we're gonna. If I do this wrong, we're gonna have to put a silo down here, which, to be honest, is probably normally a given. The amount of times I overdo it is unbelievable. Sometimes by like a minuscule amount as well. Right, so we're gonna go straw. It's quite amazing. It's, although obviously, so it would have been about 14,000 for us to sort of buy all this. Now I believe it's at one of the ends. I can never work this out. Yeah, there is a sort of it's got a very generous. You don't have to go underneath. I can never remember which end. Is it this end or is it the other end? You're used to be able to go in. Oh no, it is here. No, it's not. It's 45 tons of straw. Right, okay, well, we'll have to do exactly what I know where it's going. There's a bit of concrete there that's begging to be filled. So silos. I am going to put the burners down because for what we want, it's got the smallest footprint of any silo in the game. It has. I've tried this multiple times. It still looks large though there, but it's about perfect. Right, oh, it did something to the. Let's just make sure it didn't go underneath that. We can now see under it. I can't quite get low enough. Yeah, this new zooming mod, it's good, but sort of. Let's just do one click up. Yeah, and then we'll just stick a bit of grass back down. And there, because it's, I think you can see under it, and I don't think that did a thing, which it should have done, but hey ho. The amount of times, obviously the cost of the silo, I'm going to have to like put it up to 340 and then minus. No, I think I can work that one out actually. Only I didn't. It's 11,000, isn't it? So 340 with 329 is what I need to put it up to. So that's 18,000, I believe. 18,000. That's not bad addition, Mr. Smith, for once you did it right. Right, okay, so animals tick. No productivity yet, but they will have in time. Now, are we going to buy some more? It's 55 up the top as well. Obviously, yeah, exactly. We've split it. One's, yeah, one is 5 behind. So actually, the loss of reproduction in those up at the cow barn, oh, it was sub 48 of them on it. Yeah, so that's they are going up though. The health is definitely crawling up. They're crawling back from death because on paper they were dead. All thanks to a water mod. Work that one out if you can. Right, so we want one of our biggest tractors, but it has got to have a front to actually do this. Yeah. Unfortunately, the fence in this iteration of FS can't have a front 3-point link, which is something I weep about frequently. Yeah, it is. I've got to be honest, I love this. This was my absolute favourite tractor in FS19 because you could have a front 3-point link. Yeah, it's amazing. Right, so then let's stick this here, and I believe we've only got the one. We could set the forage wagon going at the top for the grass. We could. Now we're gonna go. We've got slurry in there. We have. Are we worried about? Oh, it's mainly straw today. And I think we're gonna have to go into a time lapse for this. I do really. We've got the Unimog across the road, but we've also got that. But we're gonna need that. No, we're gonna need that one. This is the Unimog is the one we're going to need for this particular job. So forage wagon is where is there. I don't think this will struggle with this. I mean, it's 241 horses. It's fairly formidable for this, really. And it's definitely filled with the silage additive. I couldn't for a minute think of its name. Now then, what is the course that you've got laid? You are 4 metre. I would say that is about right. And we will grab you out of the way because we need you. Well, we need you or your... Now then, I don't know which one is the most powerful, but we're talking a little smidgen. Yeah, there's one's 249 and the other's 269, so not a lot in it really. I'm trying to think, does that gate get clocked? Do I need to shut it? Then the right-hand drive, although we're going to have to swing in on the left really, so I'm not getting my directions wrong. And we do need some fuel as we pass our fuel on the right. Right, smashing. Let's grab the 70-tonner and we will go into a time lapse definitely. Right, so then we have a lot of straw to do. I don't. There's too much for. Now I think thinking about this. We've got to be quite strategic about where we're going to place this one. I think we'll do an Omatana 2 because I think the grass is more than enough to keep that filled, and I think this is an additional amount of silage. So where are we going to... Yeah, let's have a look strategically. Right, bearing in mind we have 2 sides to this, but we also own this grass field. I'm thinking we stick it sort of there, not literally there because we don't own that bit. And it would cost us 2.5 million to actually buy that bit of periphery. I'm thinking about right there. If we stick that there, it's a bit of a trek from there, but it's a bit of a trek from there, but it's in the middle. Really, is what I'm thinking. Or do we stick one for this side and one for that side? No, I think no, that would be. Can we visit that? Right, we need to go and yeah, let's go do that now. Oh, that's the one thing I hate. Is that fact? And of course this is a proper tractor, even though it looks like a truck and the game shows it as a truck on the map. It really is. Yeah, now then, so let's stick this. Yeah, it is a capable tractor as well, even though, as I say, with this it's amazing how you know you're right, because my pressure on my trigger is now far more than it used to be. I'm like thinking pick up, because we've had months of the mechanics being different, and now your brain is constantly telling you that this is not... I can't... Huh? We can't put grass in this. Why? Has it got some in? Oh, open silo. It has. I think it was some sort of a glitch. Oh, it's got 490. Right, okay. We know how to deal with this. We do, having done this lots of times before, but this is not our first. Ooh. You're gonna have to see it cheat. Yeah, like that. And then 401. Now you have none. No excuses now. None at all. Right, so bunk silo is empty. Yeah, well it was before. You wouldn't let us grab that. Right. Quite pleased with that. Yeah, the thing down. Because I always find it very difficult to handle that. I'm probably quite proud of that. I would have liked to put some grass on it though. Yeah, this is 241 horsepower giants. I'm sure it should be a little bit more than that. Surely it should. Let's do this bit of cleanup. For some reason it didn't get. Right, so where did you get to? Somewhere over that far side. Aha, there. Yeah, I always find this type of job though, this is a pain. Yeah, this is where baling has got this beat. Yeah, I mean, it's not, I'm not like saying baling's better, it's different. Right, so then we need to go there and let's stick just about, it's not far off where that wagon is. It will let me, of course, put it where I like, but I'm not trying to cheat. I just want to stick it sort of in the middle of our land, right where. So we're going to go Omatana for this. Are we going to do... Yeah, have we got the production shed yet? Because I think we hadn't done this because of... So we want Omatana. Yeah, because it is, honestly, for how much straw we've got, we would... Yeah, it is ridiculously. So let's try and angle it so it's good for both. Just put it under the tree a little. That's quite flat, and we are going to need... No, it's straw, so we're all right. Yeah, we don't need any. Let's shift that out of the way. Right then, now I'd say the forage wagon is probably not far off. No, there's a bit of traction, but we can actually. You should be. I think it's you. Right, smashing. So I am going to say my words. See you guys and gals on the other side. think I actually rest my case with that particular case in question. Really, 249 or 270 horsepower is incapable of pushing that over a tiny little step. It used to do it before physics. This new change, the big bag handler, now that is useful, but the rest? Now, there was a debating, whilst this debacle is going on and Giants are going to change things a little bit and tweak things a little bit, which of course will be done in a hidden way when everyone starts to go, oh my life, the mechanics have changed. I do believe there is a mod that sort of like chips your tractors to be twice as good as they actually are. I'm sure I'm right in thinking that. I'm going to stick that mod in whilst the debate goes on for whether or not, and whether Giants listens or not, because they don't always listen. They can be tremendously stubborn. I mean, tremendously stubborn. Yeah, really. So this is 672 horsepower. The second strongest tractor in the game. Well, no, there is a 700 as well. Although that's not really a tractor, but it is as well. Yeah, it's deserves the title. Yeah, it does. The print-off, the adjusted print-off. Yeah, now, I really don't intend on having to have one of the giant fence or one of the big tractors in the game just to stick chaff in a clamp. This more than proves to me that really the Omatana is the way to go. Again, the steering axle got me into trouble too. It's like it is really quite awful. So why you've got nothing in there? I hate it when it does that, when it gets stuck and thinks there's something in there when there really isn't. Now I think, bearing in mind the difficulties we've had, we can put we're going to stick the fence on the back of this, even though it's a little bit overkill really. But it seems at the minute, with mechanics as they are, to be absolutely necessary. So we got to the second headland, so we didn't get very far. Right, let's just clean these little bits up, which I frequently don't bother with. But yeah, it's let's do the job properly, within reason. Yeah, I mean, I'm not bothered if we leave a little bit. These things happen. So, what missed a bit there? Right, okay then. So, grass field. Oh, of course. Yeah, is it 16 meter? Of course it. No, yeah, I'm trying to think. It's the big winter. Of course it is. Yeah, it is a 60 meter. I was thinking, but no, that is right. It is. No, that's spot on. Let's now, after this excitement, let's please go back into the time lapse, and we need to be in the right place. Yeah, so yeah, the Unimog, as valiant as it is at 200, I'm certainly slightly under this, but I thought you never know about the engine, because obviously the difference between a tractor and a road engine is quite tremendous, really. Now, I don't know if the Unimog's had an adjustment, as in like it's more like a tractor, or whether it just is the Unimog, which is a powerful engine, but with a tractor front and back, in which case, obviously, yeah. And I thought I also do need to stick some in there, because we knew we were out. Oh, okay. Oh, they can't cope with it, can they? They can't cope with its turning rate. And then they block themselves, because basically, because it turns so quickly, they turn with the full capability of the fence, and then with something like this, they sort of almost jackknife. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we'll ever get that perfect. It's a bit of a tight. Oh, come on, we can do it. Let's do it properly. Let's for once get this grass up. Let's show these workers how to turn the fen, he says. No, I won't show off, because that's, what's that old saying? Pride comes before a fall, and it is very true. When you start to show off and get arrogant, So yeah, I think we'll do 50 tons ourselves, and then we'll go across and do the. Yeah, I think this is another. That's not actually that big, but it's. And then we still, yeah, we've got the HX20, haven't we? That is our mower. To be honest, it's my mower of choice now. Yeah, I not gone off, and I'm quite sure I'm going to use my old favourites, the little bar ones, but they are quite a bit slower. And obviously, being a freak that likes efficiency, the inefficiency of the bars did sort of make me think. I didn't notice it for a long time, and then I looked closely one day because I've been slowed down by a very old mower that was really slow, and I looked at the cutting speeds of all of the the speed on the field of anything with a mower, and I thought, oh, okay. Actually, I didn't realise that they're quite a bit slower than the HX20, which would always have been my second sort of choice. I do like the fact also you don't need a front 3-point link for it, so you could really use any tractor. I think it's 60, I think it's 70, 75 horsepower, something like that. We can check. We have got one. Yeah, we can. It's true. I'd like to get this right. It is a 75 horsepower tractor. Can manage them quite nicely. Yeah, we're not taking any chances. We'll do a run up as well. I can't recall that step ever being a problem before like that, but it does that. This is new, and we've not altered the height of anything, or. I think what we will do though is we will try and do something about sort of making that rise slightly. Oh, the trouble is it's horrible. Do we use... No, not it's this that we really need to do a little smidgen of it. But yeah, that is about as level as you can possibly get. Now this is one case where actually owning an Omaton is not necessarily a good thing. Yeah, it's doing that thing again. Its unload speed is ferocious, but really in a clamp you want a steady, a steady speed. Yeah, there's no other way to put it. Yeah, it's not necessarily the best for this. Why did I miss a bit of grass like that? So we need to be going nearest from here to hope that it doesn't jackknife this time. Well, I don't think you can call that for a... But the principle sound. Right, let's get cracking. Anyway, time-lapse time. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Now, I wondered if it would do that. Uh, you did used to be able to do that on FS19. I've never ever tried it on FS22, but I thought, I wonder if a worker, because Coursplay's logical in so much as, I mean, I know it's not quite right, but, well, actually, if anything, the lime goes slightly further. Actually, it's almost like it's doing the same course. It is. It's doing that as 30 meters. It's going no further. Oh, see, that's quite amazing. No, it is going slightly wider. It is. Yeah, but that is amazing. So in one pass, we can do. Now, I know a lot of people won't like it, but this was more of a test than anything. I'm not going to be doing this as a matter of course, but sometimes you've got to test these things out. I mean, there are a lot of us who this wouldn't bother because not being nasty, but no, it would for that. It's a very small box. It's much smaller than one of the original seed boxes. So for this particular spreader, it actually would work. Now, for a lot of the big ears, I wouldn't fancy a 4-ton WMXL on the front because I think it would rip your front 3-point link off, but this particular contraption would actually work. So yeah, I've thought, because it's a few times since we've missed the fertilizer and lime, and I've seemed to have got into a bit of a lapsidaisical sort of thing. So I thought, let's like try this. So we want to be going and picking straw up again. I'm going to go straight into it. Also, this is very much like the original one, where if you were going full pelt and you go over a patch where there is no straw, it loses suction power for a couple of seconds and you've got to slow down or go back later. It makes more sense to slow down, but it depends. Sometimes momentum, you want to carry on momentum, so you do. We're going to stick another one at least. It can hold up to 400 tons, which means it will do 1.2 million litres of manure, but that would take an awful long time for it to actually do that. So let's drop that down again. We're going to need to take the whole contraption. It makes it very long. And it's got a beautiful short nose, the New Holland. The New Hollands are quite amazing tractors. They're one of the beautifulest shape. This is in FS19 when I first started to play the game. I recognised how lovely the New Hollands were. Short wheelbase, really easy to drive, quite powerful, but not quite as powerful as the cases, which I sold every single time when I did Ravenport, which obviously to begin with was you'd got Ravenport and Fellsborough, and I couldn't get on with Fellsborough. I did try, tried 2 or 3 times. No, I can now. I have now. I'm quite happy with doing Fellsborough now. I've done beautiful and I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I could not get on with Fellsborough when I first came onto FS19. So, hang on a minute, we're going the wrong way. We are going the wrong way. Oh, I like that. Someone's actually thought about putting your header on. Now, it's a little bit too big in my opinion, but at least someone thought about sticking your header on. Make a bit of a yard out of that, actually. The amount of times it looks so similar is my only defence. But what I should be doing is looking for our house. Oh, okay. Must have clipped the corner. I clipped that. Yeah, I did. One of the flower things. My mistake. It's all me, definitely. Not gonna blame anything else. Yeah, of course the corners are going to go a bit of a cropper. Yeah, I thought it was a bit quiet on the roads. I thought, now that is a setting that's changed. It used to be global. It's now map, because I know on the last map that I had, well, or is it, maybe that one's, yeah, I'm on Alpenhill and that has traffic that comes right up to the farm. But is that something that's just not normal traffic? I wouldn't have thought so. I would have thought traffic's traffic. So if that is true, I'm going to try this out by switching traffic off again at the end. And next time I load a map up, if I've got traffic on that map, I know they've changed traffic from a global setting to a map-based setting. Right, so then finally we've been good and we've done the... we're not on that. I was going to say, why is it not popping? It's not popping because you're not on it. Fantastic, let's grab that. I thought, being as the Orion's always disappearing, it's not missed a lot really. Yeah, there's not, because of course it's done the Bredals. It's only got that triangle that you always get there. Let's just do it though. It's quite a triangle really. And while we're here, we may as well do that. Oh, okay, it's not registering that. It will register this though. Yeah, that's quite a patch again. And we definitely cut that, so right, there's a little bit, tiny bit more that I can get done there. Yeah, I think we'll leave the Orion over here, so at least I know where it is, and we'll leave it attached to this, and this will be its job, because otherwise I lose it. You can, of course, see the tractor on the map. That's the one good thing. So we haven't got much of a headland on this, since obviously the game sees it as a grass field, because I think we ripped it. You can see the headland's tiny. Now, there is this little patch here which we could reverse onto. Yeah, since I split the field again with that, it's a neat trick that, for those who don't know about it. Yeah, painting there, which is of course how maps separate fields in legit, which is why some map makers who don't do that get into trouble. I can't remember which map it was that I got a lot of grief, and I had to paint a lot. Oh no, yeah, that is right. That is right. We need to. Oh no, we're on the wrong side of the road. That's the one we want. Yeah, there's one map that didn't do the headlands very well. Beautiful map. It was going for beauty over, but obviously it meant your fields are a bit iffy, so you've got to do a load of painting to make the headlands work. So yeah, so there was absolutely nothing wrong with Pallegney. Of course, it is the case that because a new map often has faults, that you would automatically think that it would be the map, and you would never think that a mod that's job was to do water for animals would actually cause a fault with the very thing it was supposed to do. Yeah, now of course I'm sure, I mean it did do what it was supposed to do, but obviously I'm sure the modder didn't realise that it would cause issues and stop your animals from living. In real life, as we all know, my herd of 48 would all be dead were it for the statistics being accurate. If it had been, in fact, actually, yeah, it is a very good job that we didn't have the enhanced animal on, because they would have all died, all because of a game glitch. So, and again, that's another reason why the enhanced animal production can be a little bit too real. Yeah, because we get glitches, don't we, as we've seen with that. Right, slowly for this, because that's going to take a little while to get the suction up, and then it's going to lose it straight away, because you're going to, you can see it's now it's lost suction again, and it's just build it up again. Right, we're going to go into a time, so we've still got an awful lot to do. I'm not sure if we're going to go into a second session, because it's sort of like we're doing the grass and having all the kerfuffle with the clamp and the... Yeah, I've never seen that happen before. Because the Unimog's not weak, it just literally was like it hit a brick wall and turned it immediately right. So it was more sensible to reverse up though, like we did in the end. Although the Unimog couldn't do that, as we saw it ran out of steam. So no, actually we didn't try it with the Unimog, we tried it with the... it was this tractor actually. Right, anyway, yes, it's true actually. I think what we might do is we'll finish this field, and next session we will do the other half of the map. So 140 tons is 280, 380, 420. I think we'll do one more load of straw to that, and I would say that's going to last us till next year. I would think, like it did last time, where we pretty much fill it up. I'm not sure. I don't think we could have done, not that first year. Yeah, I don't think we could have done with this amount of straw we had that time. So yeah, we'll finish this field off. I'm very pleased with where we are. But again, as I keep saying, it's weird. I know some people, there's obviously a schism over those who prefer old school farming and those who are trying to embrace productions. And you see, this is why I switched it off in the first place. Yeah, there is, and I'm very old school, but I'm trying to obviously become a new an FS22 farmer is not just about farming anymore. We've got factories that we've got to master, so me personally, I'm trying to be a modern farmer, embracing productions to their absolute utmost. Unfortunately, that doesn't appeal to those who are old school farmers who are used to playing FS19 and are like that style, like myself, are stuck in that. No, I'm not going to say that, because we're all entitled to play the game exactly as we like. It's just, yeah, because I'm not going to judge them either. They're welcome to play the game however they wish, and I do not pass any kind of judgment on that. But obviously, everyone has and is entitled to their opinion, so therefore some people will judge the way, like I'm use the Nicky to push stuff around, maybe is a step too far. But really, all it is representing is that the reason you get production costs is because at night or at some point in the day, there's a lot of things that go on in this game that you don't see, and that's supposed to be that way, really. There's an element of the game that you do see, and all of those productions and the selling and all that milk selling, all of that type of stuff is a mechanic that works behind the scenes. So it's supposed to only represent the fact that you're employing workers, that's your production costs, that take your goods from one place to another. It's not magic, although you could think it was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I often say that about say here's the magic, because it's not really doing that. I mean, there is a bit of, yeah, no matter how much of a purist you are, the bottom line is there's certain bits where the bales disappear and like magic out of the way. So if you don't like that, well, unfortunately, this really isn't the game for you, because the game mechanics are going to do that whether you like it or not. I mean, I try to sort of accommodate everyone by sometimes sticking grates down so that it looks a little bit more real, but even that, sometimes I've not done that so much recently, because I think, well, we all know, yeah, there's only so far you sort of should go really with that type of thing. So right, concentrate. It shouldn't take too long, really. Not once we get. It's obviously there is a lot. This is a lot of. Right, no, keep leaving it down. You just need to grab it and go. Yeah, so I mean, say I'm not having to go either. I do mean it most sincerely that everyone is entitled to play the game exactly as they wish. Where, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that like DJ Gohan would do that I would class as cheating, but it's not. It isn't. I've said that before, so I'm not just calling DJ Gohan a cheat. What I'm saying is, again, as a purist, you could sort of think, well, that's not on. Well, if the game allows it, then it is on. It's just that if you're aiming to play the game as a farming simulator, travelling around in a harvester doing 43 miles an hour is not really true to life, so therefore not simulating farming. So if you're playing it like that, like I'm trying to not plough around corners, and the only time I'll ever have anything that is like XL, like an Ometan, is if it comes in the sales, because as far as I see that is, I get what that person had, and if they ordered that, then I will allow it, because otherwise I might miss out on a good trailer. So it wouldn't be my choice, and I will never buy one, well, unless it was testing. You can't say never. Never's too strong a word You never know what you're going to do or what circumstance you might need to change. Never to sometimes. So yeah. So I try to sort of like play medium, where there's got to be a bit of, well, a bit like this. I mean, such a device doesn't exist, but I am quite sure if a human being, hang on a minute, our fields, and I just scared the living daylight out of me looking at that. They are tomorrow, aren't they? Yeah, 34 and 31's a long way off. Yeah. Seem to be stuck on. It is amazing how sometimes in the game you're obviously stuck on a month for quite a few sessions, because obviously like now we had such a lot of fields and such a lot to harvest, and then of course there's the aftermath of straw like we're doing now. There's a lot of it. I mean, this is only, we've got all our other fields over the other side, and obviously we've got a new field to sow as well. Yeah, I'm trying to think, what are we going to do? Wow. Right, let's have a look. How much have we got in there? I don't want to go like monstrously massive, I would say. Yeah, I think this one is going to be about right. And then the rest can go, we'll finish this field off, and then we will do the other side of the map next time. And I'm not 100% sure whether we should, mind you, no, we did place that the Ermitana pretty much in the middle. It's not that far for us to go, really. And we did check the sails, and we're not moving, so obviously we've got like some, was it potato or sugar beet equipment, so I would like to do a bit of that, and also our milk should be getting up to something. Oh, that's a point. Did we? I would imagine we've done the. You see, do you know that's why it throws me out? If you look closely, you can see the lines on our field, so that suggests I'm right next to it, whereas I'm not. Yeah, it's the scene on the minimap scale is quite different to what it is actually really, but that's what threw me last time, if I'm honest. You get used to looking at the minimap and I thought, oh, our field's just on the right of us. Well, approaching on the left, whereas now it is on our right now, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it was very close on the minimap, whereas actually it was a field away. Right, last one in here. We shall see whether I did get this right by the end of next year. We are about 26, 27 sessions in, so we are actually, in fact, yeah, that is a point. How many years in are we? Because this is, although it's on another machine, the XML files are all legit. So we've been here 2 years. So I've only been here 1 year, as in we've only like worked for 1 year. So I'd like to get up to at least 3 years. Now on some start from scratch you can easily do that. You can even get up to 5 years, because sometimes at the beginning you can cycle through the first couple of years very, very quickly. Not too far again. Right, smashing. That is going as well. So yeah. The bad thing about this, because it produces so much, mind you, no, haven't we got it going to the PGA now as well? Yeah, we have. Yes, I mean, that's going to go in on the hour, and that's going to produce quite a lot of digestate. That's true. What are we doing with that? We are distributing. We have, of course, we've got the production shed. Yeah, it's we've passed it. It's right near where the slurry point for the cows is. I'm being silly. Yeah. I've got to be honest, it's not a bad memory, although I have, as I've got older, my memory is, as most old people's, a bit sketchier than it was. When I was 18, I was as sharp as a pin, and I would remember everybody's name. And it's quite a shock as you get older, and you get those, they call them senior moments, but not only that, also your memory. Mind you, I have met quite a few young people who've got terrible memories. It's not necessarily completely and utterly an age thing, but it does get worse. I know I was a lot better when I was a young man. I have to sort of employ tricks to remember people's names and that now, like repeating it to myself lots and lots of times to remember it. Yeah, and also go rusty, but I think that's us all. We go rusty if you don't do something for a while. You do go rusty, and that's just a fact of life. So that's not down to age, but yeah, it's not. I will continue what I was on about though. It's not like me forgetting. It's just because it's about a week since I was on Pallegney, and I've done lots and lots of like mini-series, Bjorn Home and Alpenhill is the one that I've literally, at the minute, I'm loving that map. It's a real alpine map, and I mean really beautiful. And JM Gaming and love it. It's monstrous, as he loves using that word. He likes big hills and big things, and to be honest, yeah. Now his map is soon gonna. Yeah, I did a lot of alpha testing with him, where we really did. He shaped the map up that he's working on. I think it's something special. I've got to be honest, it's up there in my eyes. I've always known he was an excellent modder. He's a bit of a perfectionist, an absolutely great guy to be making a map. He's attention to detail, very clever. You can tell that just by the things he does. Naturally skilled at creating, and the lengths he goes to is quite phenomenal. And this one to me is up there with Oxygen David and GB Modding. So yes, look out for that. Say we're gonna do. I think he said it would take him 2 weeks to do the Abbey. That goes to show how the sort of person he is. If he's gonna spend just 2 weeks doing one thing on his map. But the alpha testing's done. The map it's not got many, like, we had one floaty tree in all of the testing I did. I only saw one floaty tree and a few bits where you could see under the roads, which you had a bit of that on Agres balconies as well, a little bit in places, or if you adjusted things you could see under the roads, but then he'd put grass on it, so that's your own fault if you start mucking around with things. Yeah, that's all right. The village is beautiful. His badges work that he's done, his collectibles, all D-Day commemoration, memorabilia. That is the badges that he's got on the game. So yeah, it's shaping up. It's definitely going to be both different, beautiful. Yeah, no, there's not much I can add to that, really. It is beautiful. I'm looking forward to doing a proper Let's Play. I'm going to keep the progress that we did, which was not a lot. And of course the equipment is subject to change. That's the one thing I will say. So if he changes the equipment, I might well, like, I don't know. I'm happy with what we've got, actually. Yeah, I'm quite happy with what we've done and the legitimate things we've done, so I think, but it is definitely I'm trying to pronounce it. It's Friday and my brain, the words just disappear out of my brain. I know it's Normandy, but it's like the veal bit. It's not Villeneuve. I'm getting Villeneuve in my head. It's not that. It's VA Normandy. No, it's not quite right. Yeah, I'll get it, but not today. Not on a Friday. It is gorgeous. It really is eye candy. I didn't do that one first, didn't I? Please tell me I did. Yeah, I did. I started on that one. Alright, so we have split our herd as we always intended to, which is going to give those chance to expand and those chance to expand. So it would be 110 in both. So that's, I'm glad we've done it. We've done quite a lot this session though. That's why I say I thought This is probably still going to be quite large because there was a few little chatty bits where I was explaining about different things, so still not quite right. Now then, did we switch the straw on in the... Did we do the straw silage? We did not, and we want to 135 tons at the minute. No, yeah, it's only going to be this. Distributing. Fantastic. Let's get this last bit done. I do love our equipment. We're doing very well. It's not got a roller though still, have we? I don't think. Oh no, it's on the planter. Of course it is. We bought the roller option with that. I've got to be honest. If I have a choice, that's the one I'll always go for, which is why I like to do sales, because you'd all go, oh my life, he's got that planter again. It's the most efficient thing in the game, and of course appeals to my sense of efficiency, so therefore I would have it every single time, because it's, well, the 18 meters perfect, but I like the 12 because it would suit almost every map, because it's also quite narrow. So even an English map, you could probably get away with a 12 meter. Oh, I thought I'd attach that. Right, let's get this finished before you all throw something at your screens. Because it's an hour and a quarter long. I'm hoping it's not going to be that long. It's a bit messy. Yeah, you have to still allow a little bit of time for the pickup, rather than zipping down at 90 mile an hour. Of course, the beauty of this is it does go very fast once it gets up to steam, or when it gets up to power, should I say, really. Steam. It's a long time since we used steam power. Nearly there. I think we should just about do it, just about, but you never know. It does skitter a bit, this does. I actually like it. It's because of the weight, I think, but it goes around corners really well because of that fact, so I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. Yeah, I am, it's true. I'm not sure, because these are big windrows. I'm not sure. We should do it. I think it'll be close, and again it might be miles out, because this is me. Yeah, when Mr. CLP makes a prediction, he's usually about right. When I make a prediction, it's sometimes right, and then other times it's totally wrong. Yeah. I mean, I'm usually in the range, but not always completely right. Right. Yeah, this is going to be a bit close. Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, I've featured the triticale and that and the spell quite a bit. We did it all on nearly all of our fields this time, so I'm not sure. Although we ought to do some mustard, although we've still got that first year's crop, because that's what I was intending on doing that this session, but things didn't quite work out right. I was right. I would be close. I'm a little bit. Still, would you rather have more or less? That's the real question that you should be asking yourself, isn't it, really? I think I'd sooner come back than not, because it means I've got more. Really, and let's be honest, as a farmer, we are really wanting to maximise on the profit we make, so it's a bit of a pain having to come back for a couple of tons at the most, but it is what it is. I'd sooner come back than not. Right. Of course, it is extending the session a little bit. So, yeah, so it's amazing now that even at this stage, when you start to do a few things, 323,507 euros. Yeah, I am very glad that we've now figured that one out. So, yet another mod that has a purpose. Yeah, I keep looking, look at all those mods that I've removed, like enhanced animals, and I look and I think, should I? And I think, no, And then I look at Crop Destruction Plus and I think it did try. I thought, yeah, it did try to add an element, but unfortunately failed. And then I look at the hand attach and I think that was good, but again failed. You need to pick specific equipment that it works with. And I'm like, I'm thinking, it's a game. I'm not prepared to go to that length. So that's gone. Again, if people think, I mean, again, I'm creating content, so there are certain limitations I'm just not willing to do. That if you're playing the game, yeah, my patience is lacking, I've got to be honest. Which efficiency, you want to do things quickly as you possibly can and the best, but that's sometimes a more patient person is willing to take longer. But to be honest, most people nowadays haven't got, according to statistics, I'm not going to insult everyone by saying, but they say that the attention spans of most modern people is very small. Yeah, as in, yeah, and I think it's probably true of myself as well. It's electronic world. I think the world itself wants you everything to be done yesterday. So you tend to be, I mean, it's amazing. I'm not this bad, but in a supermarket sometimes, we're in a little queue and you can see there's only 2 people in front of us and I can hear the person behind me going, and I'm like, why are you tutting? For heaven's sake, it's going to take 5 minutes at most to get down this little queue. Be patient. Even I utter those words at times when I get one of those people who's tutting behind me, not at me, but at, you know, like the situation, and I'm like, oh my life. Right, I think for 1,440 for, oh, it's a bit there. Not that I'm really that worried about that little bit. Right, we'll take this across to, now did we, I would have thought we did the animals at 12:46. Yeah, this has been a long day. If we've not done the animals, then we really need shooting. Yeah, they're the ones that are poor. Oh no, of course they were part of the batch. Yeah, they shouldn't have been. But the health is good. No, I'm yet productivity's down to 10%. What is that about? Have they lost all does moving them actually lose all productivity then? Because they were the good ones that didn't lose any productivity. These are the ones that are, you can see the reproduction thing got stopped. So I'm hoping that actually carries on, but then the health as well is still coming up from that sort of thing. So yeah, so they are the ones. We've moved new ones, haven't we? So perhaps productivity does go down when you move them. I'm hoping we don't get them, anything bad happen this time. Really am. Let's shift this over to, and then I am literally signing out with another successful, beautiful session on an absolutely eye-candy map, Pallegney by MA7 Studios. Yes, I don't know how I missed their first map, but I don't think it was on the mod, was it? And yet Pallegney is. Maybe it was, and I missed it. I can't think that I would, because I have had dealings with MA7 Studios. I did contact them about my favourite map in FS19, because they were also contributors to Sudbury Meadows. Go on then, go on. We know you're not really there, but let's play ball. I don't want to be thought of as a murderer. Now, although you can go down there, it's a bit narrow for this, and there is a Bale. Yes, there is. Yes, I think this is the Littlefields 21 that we're probably going to lose and do something with, like sheds or whatever, because it's very small. Although I don't know, it's a bit out of the way a little, so I might just have it as a small field like it is. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with having a small field. So that is where I'm leaving our equipment ready for the next session. Yeah. So I think I've showed you everything, haven't I? We had a full... Let's have a look. Oh, I know, yeah, we've got a few bits and bobs to do still. So we've got the Soybeans. Oh, that's going down now. Heavily, actually. That's bad. So it would have been better to sell it in June. No, I'm not selling it and losing that amount of cash. That's ridiculous. Now, there is a couple of soy sort of places that use soybeans, so we might have a look at those, if I remember. The trouble is we've got a lot of productions already, it's true. I keep saying this, I don't like to have loads and loads, and we have got quite a few. It's not that, I mean, a lot of them are ancillary, like assistants, but we have got the farm cheeses, which also can do bread. Yeah, I think we should do something like that. Then we've got the tiny silo, and we of course got the silo, which is Missy Bees, that pushes things, so we can push things from one side. That was what we were going to do. We didn't need to do this where we've done it, although it's not in a bad place really. Yeah, we can of course put it in the Missy Bee. That was what we were planning on doing. It was. That was the entire reason I had it built. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. You go rusty over a week, you sort of forget, oh, I did that for that special reason. If it was on this every day, you'd remember it, because you're living and breathing it. But you get rusty even over a week. There's tiny little details, and you have to see it, and you think, oh yeah, I've got that, haven't I? So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.